Gotta give my hair that messy look, you know, even though it's always the, like, you try too hard to make it look like you didn't try hard, you know what I mean? Hey guys, it's V. So today we are doing a lasting impression review. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one of these, so I'm excited to film for you guys today. We are going to be testing out a drugstore liquid lip today, and it is by the brand Rimmel, and it is the Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color. This one is an online only Ulta exclusive, so that's really interesting that it's only on Ulta. So this one was $5.49 on the Ulta website, and it's really cool. It comes in 14 different colors, and the reason I'm so pumped to try this for you guys is because it comes in some really cool colors. It comes in like a deep navy blue and also a really cool like gray kind of color, so I'm really excited to test this out. I think it even comes in black. Like, let me look. I'm pretty sure this comes in a black color. Yes, pitch black is the name of that shade. But the shade that I have to try out for you guys today is called Plum This Show. I decided to not go with the mauve-y, pinky, nudie type color that I usually always go with for a lasting impression, and I went with a little bit deeper of a color, so I'm really hoping that this one works out well for me today. So we're just going to read what Ulta has as far as claims go on their website here. So it says on the details, only at Ulta, Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color delivers high intensity color with a velvety matte finish from the very first stroke. It says benefits are bold color with just one stroke, impressive staying power up to 12 hours, kiss proof, touch proof, and waterproof. There is a velvety matte finish and unbelievably comfortable lightweight texture. Y'all know that one is the one I harp on, because if a liquid lipstick is not comfortable, I'm not inclined to wear it. Even though a lot of liquid lipsticks aren't necessarily comfortable, this one claims that it is unbelievably. I am not gonna believe how comfortable this is, so I am really excited to try it. As far as how to use, all it says here is apply Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color to hydrated lips for long-lasting bold matte colors. So let's go ahead and zoom in and we can get to going with this. Okay, so it said to apply to hydrated lips, and probably about a half hour ago I put on some Rimmel lip balm. Actually, it's the one that comes in the white tube from them. So I have just very slight amount of that on my lips, so my lips are very hydrated right now. As you can see, there's no peeling patches, there's no dryness or anything like that. There might be a little bit of leftover foundation just from when I put that on this morning, but absolutely nothing else on my lips. So let's get into this. I am really excited to try this out. So the packaging here, this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a slanted, it's like they took the tube and they just like twisted it this way a little bit, but then it's got the frosty matte and then a nice black lid here. The color is on here, so if you want to remember what color you have, you got to leave this ugly barcode on there. I might just like cut it off and just like have the 810. Maybe I'll put it on the bottom of it or something. So I don't like how they have the color on this part of it, but let's go ahead and open it up, see what it looks like, smell it and everything. So okay, so it does look moussey from what this looks like. Let's smell. Oh, it has that weird Rimmel lipstick smell. It's like a really exaggerated, fruity, artificial kind of smell. It's not really my favorite, but it's not very strong. So hopefully I won't be able to smell that when it's on my lips or anything like that. But the doe foot applicator is different than any that I've ever seen. It's kind of like almost a like pointed doe foot in sort of like a diamondy shape. Sort of. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and do a little hand swatch. We can see how the color looks. Ooh. It is very moussey. That swatch looks kind of patchy, but I'm thinking maybe once it's on the lips, it won't look so patchy. So there you go. You can kind of blend it out a little bit. It's much brighter than I expected it to be, with the name being Plum This Show, but they did have a very wide range of colors. I saw a lot of pinks, a lot of reds, things like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and swirl it around in here. Let's get some color going and let's apply it to the lips and see what it looks like. I'm like kind of nervous to do this. I feel like there's a lot of product on the brush, but I don't want to wipe it off because I want to see if like one dip gets the whole thing in there. You know what it kind of smells like? It kind of smells like the Kylie lip kits a little bit. It doesn't really have like fruity. I would say it's like really artificial frosting. It reminds me a lot of that. A little bit nervous about this color in terms of patchiness, but we'll see if I can apply it evenly. Okay, so it's a little bit patchy in some areas. It's darker than others, just where I have like a little bit too much product. Already a little bit on the teeth there. Let's see if I can spread it around on the top. I'm just trying to spread that bottom one out and it's just not spreading. This one's making me nervous already, y'all. I've already got a little bit of gathering in the inner part of my lip. Okay, I definitely feel like there's some patchiness going on here, just from me not being able to spread the product evenly enough before it dried. Okay, I think I'm gonna wipe this off and try to reapply it again because I think it just dried too quickly for me to get it to where it didn't look patchy. So I'm gonna go wipe this off and try again because I want to give this the best shot that it has. Okay, so take two now that I've wiped that completely off. This is the lip balm that I was talking about from Rimmel. It's not my favorite lip balm, but it's pretty good for just like really quick hydration. It doesn't last very long though. Like I prefer a legit like chapstick, but I'm just gonna put a very, very light amount of this on there just because when, you know, you're scrubbing off a liquid lipstick, it makes your lips feel a little bit dry. So I'm just gonna put a tiny, tiny amount, just because this said to put it on hydrated lips. Okay, so literally the lightest amount of balm that I could put, I put. So it basically still just feels like my normal lips. So let's go ahead and reapply. I will say though that it did come off with a makeup wipe pretty easily. It was just a little bit hard, just had to scrub it a tiny bit. So in terms of like lasting power, I don't know how well that's gonna be. It says up to 12 hours. So I'm going to try and reapply this very quickly this time, and I'm gonna use less product on my brush, and I'm gonna just do the bottom and then go with the top. I'm just going to use a small amount of product to see if I can spread it a little bit more evenly. That does kind of make me nervous though with the other colors, the darker colors like the black. If, you know, if black doesn't go on opaque, black is not going to look good. So I kind of worry about that for these, but let's see if I can get this one to apply well. Okay, yeah, I can definitely tell you that the key to this one is less is more, and honestly, even just by doing that, I use a very small amount of product. I still kind of see a little bit of patchiness in that same area of my lip, so it's still a little bit darker in that area, so we'll have to see how it wears like that, but I'm going to go ahead and do the top. Okay, I think I finally got it to a point where it actually looks okay. I would just say this one is just not easy to work with so far, in my opinion. I don't know if maybe the lighter colors would be easier, but you know, this one is not that deep of a color. Like if I would have got like a deep vampy red, I worry about how that one would work. Or like I said, the black or the navy blue, because this one was kind of hard to work with and I still don't feel like it looks perfect, but this is just as good as I could get it for the time being. I will say right now though, it feels very, very comfortable. It doesn't feel dry or anything like that. Like they said, I wouldn't say it's like unbelievably comfortable, but it does feel pretty comfortable. It doesn't really feel like I have anything on, and it doesn't stick. Doesn't stick, and it feels like it's drying very quickly. So let me just get up super close so you guys can really see all of what's going on. Again, application was kind of hard, so that is what it looks like right now. It does feel like it's completely dried. I would say it dried very quickly, like within probably like a minute or two. So let's see if it is kiss proof, because it did say that. That's pretty good. We've only got a couple of little particles there, so I would say this one so far is pretty kiss proof as long as you're just doing a little little smooch like that. If you want some full frontal snogging, then probably would not be kiss-proof for that. So in terms of time and check-ins, right now it is 1:32 in the afternoon. So I will be checking in with you guys for the next couple of hours and seeing how this sort of wears. I am going to be trying to eat like a light lunch, so I will try to eat some food and we can see how lasting it is, because it did say that it was like waterproof, smudge proof, transfer proof. So I will try to test out all of those claims for you guys. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, you guys, so it is 3:56. I have my iPad here because my phone is on the charger right now, but it is 3:56 and we are going to do the check-in here. Let's go ahead and zoom in and you guys can see what it's kind of looking like. Personally, it's not looking too good in my opinion. So I've had this on since 1:30, so that's about 2.5 hours, and for lunch I just had chicken nuggets. So I didn't have anything that would have disturbed this, and like I did test the whole transfer on the straw thing, and it didn't transfer on my straw or anything like that. Let's do a quick little kiss test and see what it looks like. Okay, there's a little bit of transfer just around the edges, kind of regular for liquid lipstick to do that, but the biggest problem I'm having with this is what you could see after I ate that close up is this right here. This looks really, really bad. It does not look good in my opinion, and I really do not want to keep this on for the rest of the day because I'm going out to dinner with my mom and everything, and I can tell just from when I was very first applying this that it is not going to apply well over itself. So what I'm going to do is, first, I'm going to zoom you guys out. So what I am going to do now is I am going to wear test this again, and I'm going to wear test it for the full 12 hours this time. I just don't personally have 12 hours to test this today, so I'm sorry for that, but I am going to put in footage here now of me doing another wear test. Alright y'all, so I am checking in here now with the second time trying out this liquid lipstick from Rimmel, and so now it is currently 5:07. So from the time that I very first put this on, it has been just right at 8 hours of wear time. So I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see what's going on, because I think that this is enough testing after seeing how this wears right now. So as you can see on here, it definitely is like halfway gone and crumbling pretty badly on my top lip here. So yeah, that is what it looks like now after 8 hours of wear. And I mean, right after I finished eating, it did not even look close to this, so it really started to go downhill after that time. But I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out. Just wanted to zoom you in so you could see this is what it currently looks like. So I am glad that I tested this again, because it did wear slightly better than it did on Saturday. So I would say that I liked the way that this felt. felt until about 5.5, 6 hours, because I ate at 5 hours, and right at that point, right after I finished eating, it still felt totally fine on my lips. It barely was transferring or anything like that, but right after about 6 hours was when I noticed that it really just started coming off and just crumbling really, really badly, and then it started to get uncomfortable. Now, this did say that it was going to be unbelievably comfortable to wear, and I gotta say, I'm not arguing that, only up until probably like 5.5 to 6 hours. After 6 hours, it does get uncomfortable. Right now, it feels crumbly, and it also feels like sort of dry just because I haven't had anything else on my lips. So I definitely would like to put some chapstick on after I take this off here in a minute. I feel like the lighter colors of this line are going to wear a lot better than the darker colors in this line. I don't have any lighter colors, unfortunately, to test for you guys, but I do feel like those are gonna wear way better. I would not, with how this wears, I would not recommend getting like the black one or the navy blue or even the gray one. I would say to try out a nude if you like this kind of look, because honestly, it felt really, really amazing up until like 5.5 hours. So I don't think that the 12-hour wear claim on this one is necessarily what I would say about it, but in terms of pros, I do think that it wears really nicely for a certain amount of time. So if you don't need it to wear for 12 hours, then you might actually kind of like this. And for it only costing $5.49, I feel like this is a really affordable option. In terms of what they claimed, I don't feel like it necessarily fit that, but I do feel like for the price of what it is, being a liquid lipstick, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. So I hope you guys enjoyed that footage of the new wear test. I personally don't know what it looks like because this is in the past. I haven't tested it yet, so I hope that it worked out better, but if it didn't, I'm very sorry to hear that because I really did want to like this one. So I don't know what happened, but if you guys like this video, be sure to show some love to the like button down there, and if you subscribe, you can be a member of my Muse family, and I love you guys so, so much. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys!